Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. My name's Heather. This is my channel, The Haunted Shelf, where I talk about all things writing and crochet. I'm also a dark Sapphic fantasy and folklore author. If you want to check out more of my writing related things, I'll leave my author channel down below for you. But that's not what you're here for today. You are here for my July TBR to kick off HRCYED, so the hardest reading challenge you'll ever do. I did do a bit of an announcement or how I'm going to tackle this video previously, so I will link that in the cards up here as well as down below. So I'm going to take 2 squares a month. There's 25 prompts, but each prompt may have more than one book I need to read for it. So I'm diving in. I'm going to do the Bookception prompt and the SHIRITORI prompt. Sorry. I'm also doing the gamified version where I have to roll a 6-sided dice. So let's start with the Bookception prompt. So the Bookception prompt requires 2 books. You pick up the first book and you read it. The second book you read has to be mentioned in your first book. So let me get my dice and see how we go. It is a 1, and that is an author that I've never read before, which is great because I really wanted to read this book for quite a while. I keep kind of putting it off just a touch. So I am going to pick up a Sapphic Dark Academia book, and that is A Lesson in Vengeance by Victoria Leigh. So we are following Felicity Morrow as she returns to the Delaware school. So it's a century-old campus covered in ivy, and it was her home until the tragic death of her girlfriend. But then it is that witchcraft is woven into the past of the school, and she has to come to terms with a new roommate, Ellis Hell, who is a prodigy novelist at 17. So we're just going to see how Felicity and Ellis get along in their romance. I have had a quick flick through this one and I have come across The Secret Garden being mentioned, as well as Haunting of Hill House and some other, and We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. So I think I may lean into Shirley Jackson because I've not read her before either. So it's the idea of both the prompts for that one. So I've not read either author, so I'm going to do that. So now on to SHIRITORI, which is a Japanese word game, as Q described it. The idea is that you read a book and you have to then make a chain, and this one will count. We need 5 books. I'm going to roll the dice for each individual book because they're only a little related to each other. So you get the letter of a title, and the last letter of the title needs to be the first letter of the next book's title. So for example, Lesson in Vengeance, I would then need to go find an E title. So I asked my beautiful wife Leanne to help me with this one. So here it is.
Hi beautiful wifey, I love you.
I love you too.
Can you please choose me a letter of the alphabet?
How mean do you want me to be?
You can be as mean or as nice as you'd like.
I'll go with M. I don't know why.
M. Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to roll the dice and see what other modifier I need to use for this one. 3. So it has to be disabled or uncommon. And the book has to start with M. Let me have a look at my shelves. M. Okay. Yes, it actually does. Okay, so I'm going to do Magic for Liars by Sarah Gailey. So we're following Ivy Gable was born without magic and never wanted it. Ivy Gable has always most sustained. Ivy Gable has had a private investigator career, an empty apartment, and a slight drinking problem. And Ivy Gable doesn't in any way wish she was like Tabitha, her strange magically gifted twin sister. Ivy Gable is a liar. So we're dealing with magic and non-magic, so they are different from what is standard. There is also cancer in this, so like grief and alcoholism, and addiction is a disability. So, and an illness. So I'm going to be jumping into this one. So that is two of the books so far. So S. Oh, actually, because I think I can get the audiobook for it, and I've not read it, and now I'm just going to find it. I don't think, like the of and all count. So I have this beautiful special edition of A Sword of Shadow and Deceit by Lucille Dark. And we've got gods and goddesses, playthings, mortality, magic. So I can immersively read this. It's also just a beautiful edition. So then we've got to go to T. So T. And all. I'm going to do it this way when I have my list here. So T. And it needs to be an author I've not read from again. Oh, this is actually really going to help me get through all of my Bookish and Spice books. Because I also do have, and I've not read, and I'm pretty sure I can immersively read this too, Trick by Natalia Jaster. So court intrigue, the jester being spicy. The court jester makes his mark with a ribbon. That's how I found out I'm next. The moment of the band of scarlet fabric appears on my pillow. I know it's a promise, a bad omen delivered by someone wicked. He is powerful, he is sinful. I whisper about him in the court's shadowy halls. Everyone fears his devilish tongue, yet everyone desires his heated touch. With each seductive temptation, I fall under the jester's spell. With every forbidden moment, he ignites the fire that I never knew before. But the jester is guarding a treacherous secret of becoming a musician is dark and dangerous. As a good little princess, I should know, because if I don't risk my ruin, I'll certainly sacrifice my heart. Ooh. And there's some spicy art in there. But yes, so K. So 1, 2, 3. Fourth book for K. This is going to be a horrible one, I think. 2. So it must be a non-white author that starts with, and the book needs to start with a K. That's exciting. And if you have any recommendations for any of these like together like prompts, I would love to hear them. Okay. I'm pretty sure Rinchapeko doesn't have any books start with a K. Why did I immediately go Immortal Dark? That also ends with a K, my dear. Children of Black. No, that's a C. I read good. I promise I read good. Let's try this one. I was thinking Keepers by Sasha Black, but I'm also not willing to assume, because my aim is also not to spend any money on this one. There we go. I'm going to do Kindred by Octavia Butler. 1, 2, 3, 4. D. Okay, so the last one I need for this is D. I've decided I'm going to dive into this as well. This is Beautiful Beasts, the complete collection by Mila Young. She is self-published. There is some in here. I am going to try and get to... There is also a side quest for alliteration. So in here there is a alliteration one I might try and do as well. So we've got Diamonds and Demons. And then for the Shiriritori. And then if I get time, because these are quite short, Ancients and Anarchy. So 2 out of here. So maybe across HRCYED I can try and complete this entire omnibus. Wish me luck. Bye for now.